In the beginning of the film, we see a man named Mickey. He has a bag and a baseball bat next to him. After a while, a guy emerges from inside yelling. Within the home, he was also firing shots from his rifle. Then Mickey, who was sitting outside the home, heard him and rushed away. Ben is the name of the man who came from inside. Except for these two humans, we are told that no human has survived the zombie apocalypse. Ben was now a person who didn't care about himself, and he used to take up the baseball bat and walk anywhere he pleased. His pal, Mickey, on the other hand, is nothing like him. That is, he was a Walkman user, a keeper of spare batteries, and a compassionate individual. They both then go to different residences in the city. There is no one in those houses right now, but if you see a zombie in a house, only Ben can kill them. Mickey, on the other hand, lacks bravery. They visit several homes and get all of the essential items. They spend their time lying on the road and occasionally throwing stones into the river, having fun. They then relax when they are exhausted, and thus was how their time passed so. While traveling likeway, they come upon a large automobile. Ben now draws his revolver and approaches the automobile. Someone is in the driver's seat, and she is a zombie lady. That undead is slowly rising and approaching Ben. As a result, Ben shoots and kills him. Then he gets into his car and starts it. Fortunately, that automobile also starts. They were both overjoyed when they saw this, because she'd been walking for so many days and now she had a vehicle. Let's go to my friend's place, Mickey suggests to Ben as they converse. With the automobile, they now go to Mickey's friend's house. When they arrive, they discover that the girl has died a long time ago. Mickey visits the residence and sits in the chamber of that girl. He recalls all of the times he spent with his companion. Mickey removes some of his photographs from the mirror and keeps them with him. Ben, on the other hand, begins hunting around the home for the essential items. Eventually, he discovers a chair and a walkie-talkie fuel can, which he keeps with him. Then, after seeking for more, he discovers a tube of toothpaste. He brushes it now that he has it after such a long period. Ben then sits in his vehicle. Then he discovers that the seat can be converted into a place to lie down. This automobile now has a space for these two folks to remain, and we decided to remain. Mickey considers living at that house. Then Ben tells him that it won't happen the way he wants it to. For if we stay here, we will perish. We'd been living in the same house for 3 months. Have you forgotten about it? Don't you remember? I also forgot that we had eaten dog food, and once upon a time we ate the dog, and if a swarm of zombies arrived and encircled us, we'd be gone. Mickey asks again after hearing all of this, can we remain here? This time Ben becomes enraged and yells at him. They then drive back to the woods in the automobile. Then one day Mickey phoned on the walkie-talkie he had borrowed from a friend's house. He inserts the battery and tests the range of the walkie-talkie. Suddenly he hears someone chatting on a different frequency. That is, two individuals converse with one another by. Stating this, a man was speaking to a female. Mickey approaches him after hearing all of this. He says to speak to everyone who is listening to me. The man who was speaking to the girl then asks, who are you? Then Mickey mentions that there are 2 persons present. Mickey is my name, and Ben is my friend's name. We also discovered the automobile. The man on the walkie-talkie then ignores him and adds, do not call me again. Suddenly Mickey is taken aback and declares that there is no one here to assist us. We put forth a lot of effort. We may catch fish from someone and make meals as well. He begs him repeatedly, please take us with you. The man then remarks that there are already a large number of individuals present. They have nowhere to stay, so where can I put you? He also says you should go and not even try to talk to me. Then he tells his girlfriend, Annie, that he will not speak to Mickey. What else am I going to do with you? You can't even consider it. He's threatening to kill her. Then Annie adds, okay, I won't talk to you in the future. After hearing all of this, Mickey becomes enraged. Mickey said that whatever happens, I will look for them. All right, okay, located if you want to find me, Ben adds. I have no objections. After around 2-3 days, Mickey starts yelling at Annie to talk to him on the walkie-talkie again. Then, while dining, Ben informs him that you have been attempting to reach him for several days, but he doesn't give a damn about you. That's why you're leaving this store. Mickey informs him that the man informed him that there is no room for him here. Then, he's had to be staying at a hotel. They check all the hotels with this in mind. When Mickey unlocks a chamber door, 2 zombies emerge from within. Then Ben immediately exits the car and urges Mickey to sit inside. He grabs his baseball bat and tells Mickey, I warned you that this would happen, and you didn't listen. He begins murdering the undead by yelling. After a bit, after killing the 2 zombies, they steal the car and drive away. Next day, Ben is having a good bath in the waterfall. Then a zombie girl is slowly coming close to the car. The door of that car was slightly open. That's why that zombie girl tries to catch Mickey by putting her hand inside. But suddenly Mickey's eyes opened. He moves away from there and goes to the other side. He quickly takes out the walkie-talkie and tries to call Ben. Now Mickey is watching that zombie girl, and suddenly her head gets blasted. No one else but Ben had shot at her. Seeing this, Mickey gets very shocked. After this, he leaves and goes to some nearby places. First, he goes to a school, but as usual, no one is there. Then he goes to a house, and that house is also completely empty. Now, Mickey wanted him to stay in a house like this and spend a normal night like other people. That's why he comes close and says that no matter what happens, we will stay here tonight. That night, before sleeping, Mickey again picks up the walkie-talkie and says, Annie, it's you. Please talk to me. Then that girl answers that if I talk to you, then these people will come to know, and they will not let me stay here. That's why please don't talk to me. Ben is dancing while listening to music, but he also has a pistol in his hand. Then he starts going out of the house towards the jungle. He goes there and sees a zombie who has been tied up. Now Ben goes and sits next to him, watching him while smoking a cigarette. Then he opens the zombie, pulls it out, and leaves it in Mickey's room, closing the door from outside. And he is screaming that the zombie has come. The zombie has come. Then Mickey is scared and says to open the door, but Ben does not open the door, and he is laughing. Then after a while he opens the door and sees that Mickey's whole body is covered in blood, and that zombie is lying dead next to him. Now Ben says to Mickey, well, you killed the zombie. Saying this, he starts laughing. Mickey is already angry. That's why he grabs Ben and starts killing him too. After doing this, he goes out of the house. Now Ben also follows him. Mickey goes a little far and starts crying. He says that last night I talked to that girl, but she told me, please don't talk to me. She starts living her life again. When she is going on the main road, she sees a car standing in front of her. Both of them open the car to take out the gasoline. Mickey says to Ben that the car is very hot. This also means that someone has just parked this car here. Then Ben screams and says that someone is here, but there is no response from the front. But when they check his gasoline tank, there is no gasoline in it. And then a man puts a knife on Mickey's neck. Then Ben hurriedly takes out his gun from his pocket. Then that man says to Ben, give me the key to your car. I will go from here. Then Ben immediately says to him, listen to us. If we all stay together, then only we can survive. Then, listening to this, that man says that they also said the same thing to me. But then later he behaved with me in such a way that I felt like I was not a human being. He treated me very badly. So that's why I can't trust anyone. I have to go very far. That's why I am telling you to throw your pistol and give me the key. Otherwise, I will kill your friend. Then Ben says, okay, I will keep the pistol down. The key is inside the car. Then that man quickly leaves Mickey and sits inside the car. But there is no key inside, because that key is with Ben. Then that man gets angry and says bad things to Ben. He gets out of the car and starts running. And Ben also goes behind him, shoots him, and kills him. Then Mickey says to Ben, what did you do? Why did you kill him? He was a human being. Then Ben says that he was a human being, but he was not a good human being. He was a dangerous man. Why don't you know that he was going to steal our car? And he also tried to kill you. On the contrary, I've saved your life. You need that. Now the two of them are talking about how a truck is coming towards them from behind the road. Then the two of them immediately became alert. Ben pulls out his pistol and turns it towards the truck and asks, who are you? Then they say that we are also survivors of zombies like you. Then a girl gets down from the truck, and a man with a big gun gets down, and that car, which was stopped there due to running out of petrol, starts staring at him. And he asks, have you seen the man driving this car, and where is he? Then Ben said that he had harassed him a little, so we killed him. Then she asks, did he say anything before he died? Then Ben says that he tried to steal our car to go to his house, but he said nothing else. Then the girl says, where did he get this car from? Did he say anything about this? The two of them do not say anything about themselves, but they were asking Ben and Mickey very carefully. That is, they confirmed that they do not know anything. Then she says that this car was ours and that he had stolen it from us. And it was very good that you guys saved our car. Then Mickey goes to her and asks her, "Is your name Annie?" Now, for a second, the girl remains silent. But then she asks him, "What are you asking?" He asks her again, "Are you Annie?" Then he also tells her that I have talked to you many times on walkie-talkie. But then suddenly the girl takes out the pistol and shoots it on Ben's leg. The man standing behind him also takes Ben at gunpoint. That girl, Annie, also comes to Mickey with a gun, and she says that I told you not to try to contact me. Then she shows him the pistol and asks for the car key, and she throws the car key in the field, and she says that after us you should find that key. After her death, Mickey goes to the field to find that key, and as soon as he saw it, it was dark there. But the key was not found yet. Then people decide that it is going to be night now, so they will find the key tomorrow. After this, they both go inside the car and sit. When they are sleeping at night, they hear some sounds. The door opens. Then she looks at the road at night and sees that there are a lot of zombies there, who are slowly coming close to their car. Then Mickey gets scared and says, "Let's run away from here quickly." But there is no car key, because it falls in the field. Then Ben says, "How can I run? Because my leg is injured." He says to Mickey that only you can escape, so you run away from here. Then Mickey says, "No, I will not go. Those zombies have surrounded our car, so it will be safe for us to stay in the car." She wakes up in the morning and sees that those zombies are watching her from outside the car, and they are rubbing their hands on the glass. Now she's thinking about how to get out of the car. They are stuck inside the car. Now Ben gets angry and says to Mickey that you bothered her by saying Annie, and that's why my leg is like this today. All this happened because of you. Then Mickey says, "Can't we start the car by connecting two wires, as it happens in movies?" Then Ben says that this does not happen in real life. It happens only in movies. And if you pull the car wire, the car can break. And if we get the key later, we will not be able to do anything. Now she thinks, how many days will she drive with the water inside the car? How many days can a man drink this water? Now all these zombies were standing outside the car and watching them, which Mickey did not like at all. That's why he covers all the windows with blankets and clothes, so that those zombies can't see them. Now they are enjoying their lives by drinking and smoking inside, without caring about what is going on outside. They also play cards and enjoy singing. Then Ben insists to Mickey a lot, and says to him, "Go and find the key. I know that you will definitely find the key." He explains that if you do not get the key even after going out, then run away from here. Do not come back here. Do not get stuck again by coming in like zombies. Then Mickey says to him that I have no one other than you. That's why I will definitely come back. Now to get the key, Mickey opens the sunroof and comes out. Time goes by, and here Ben feels lonely for the first time. A lot of time goes by, but Mickey has not come back yet. Then Ben thinks that maybe he is still looking for the key. Now he thinks of spending time doing anything until Mickey comes. He plays with the ball and smokes, but time does not pass by. Then he starts thinking that he is not calling me from outside. That's why he listens carefully to make sure there is no sound coming from outside. Now he starts missing Mickey a lot. That's why he prays a lot for him to come back. Now a lot of time has passed, but Mickey has not come back yet. Ben thinks like crazy that I lost him too. He starts worrying about Mickey, whether he is alive or not. That's why he shouts out and says that, "Mickey, come back." Ben was not tolerating the loneliness. That's why he starts crying. But suddenly, Mickey's voice comes from outside. Who is calling Ben? Then Ben is very happy to hear this, and the sunroof starts opening, and he immediately calls Mickey inside. After coming inside, Ben is very happy, but Mickey is very nervous. Then Ben asks him what happened. "Have you picked up the key?" Then Mickey shows his hands without saying anything. Then Ben also sees his hands. There is a sign of a zombie bite on his hands. Now Ben starts shouting like crazy. "What have you done, Mickey?" Mickey starts crying here, and says that please save me somehow. Now because Ben has no other way. That's why he points a gun at Mickey and demands a lot from him. "Please, Mickey, get out of here." That poor Mickey, crying, says to him, "Please help me." But Ben has no other way. And he says to Mickey that he can't see happy Mickey becoming a zombie. That's why he shoots Mickey there and kills him. Ben shouts and says that the one who was with him also left today. Now Ben is alone. There is no one with him. He doesn't even have anyone to talk to. He can't even get out of the car. He sits there thinking all this through. Then he closes Mickey's dead body. Then Ben takes out the walkie-talkie and tries to talk to Annie. "Annie, can you hear me? I know you can hear me." Can I tell you something? Mickey is dead. He had been living with me for 3 months. We were stuck in the same house for 3 months. Then how did we escape from there? You have no idea. We didn't do anything, just open the main door of the house, because of which all the zombies entered the house. But we also took advantage of the opportunity and ran away from the other side of the house. For so many days, the one who was with me also left, and you are the reason for all this. And the way I escaped from that house, I will also try to escape from here one last time. If I give up on that attempt, then I will shoot myself and kill myself. And if I come out of this car safely, your death will then be inscribed on my hands. After saying this, he begins making arrangements to exit the automobile. He now takes the cloth from the windows to find out where the zombies are headed. In addition, he is wearing Mickey's Walkman. He unlocks the car's back door. He couldn't see anything because of the brightness inside. The scene is then trimmed and displayed to us. Dan is heading down the street with a baseball bat in his hand, and a swarm of undead is pursuing him. The film's plot concludes with this scene. Thank you for taking the time to watch.